I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something.
Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to today's video. We are going to be taking a look at the Nilight Spiral RGB whip lights. These are the 3-foot ones. There's actually 2 of them in here, and they can do 366 different spiral patterns, or they can do 12 solid colors. So a lot of people put them on their basically UTVs or side-by-sides and stuff, but I'm going to be putting them on my 4-wheeler. I already got a couple of mounting brackets I had bought. I'll show you them in a minute. A lot of people mount them on the rear racks, but I'm going to be mounting mine to the rear bumper. But first, let me get this taken off here. We'll get this opened up and show you what's included. Alright, let's get this unboxed. And undo these. Well, here your whip lights are here. We got 2 of them, which I will actually take out of the packaging now. Alright, so here the whip light is here, and it comes with these little connectors for putting the US flag on. So it's got your spring base right here, and then it's got a quick disconnect right here. So if you want to take this off, say you don't need it for a ride, just go like that, let it go, it's off, boom. Want to put it back on, pull that, there you go, solid, you're good to go in 2 seconds. Just quick release. I love that part about these. And it's got a heavy duty spring base. And then this bolt would mount in here for your bracket attachments. So that's a whip light. Then they have, of course, your wiring harness and your leads for your wiring harness. This will go to the battery, this end here, and then these 2 ends right here, these would just connect. These just connect up with your actual whip light itself right here. You got your wiring harness. You can come over here, get a view in the box. And you got your remote control with your different colors and stuff on it. That looks really nice, actually. Pretty sweet looking remote control. And then you've got your switch. These here are actually caps to mount over your, it's for the base of your, so when you take off your whip light, these caps actually mount over the top of here to keep this stuff clean. So a little bit of a snug fit, which is what you want, but these will actually slide down on there, keep everything clean, keep the dust and water and stuff off of everything. That's what those are for. In this package here, you have your wire connectors to connect up to your toggle switch. To connect to your toggle switch for the 4-wheeler. So this says lighted whip lights. So you just connect your wires to here, which I'll show you how to do. And then this will mount somewhere on your side-by-side and or 4-wheeler. And then last but not least, we have 2 US flags, which we are going to hang from the whip lights when we're all done. Got to be patriotic, you know, support Donald Trump. Now there's a lot of people out there maybe don't like him, but he's a heck of a lot better than what we got now. Let's go Brandon, right? There you go, US flag. Check that out. That'll look nice hanging from it. I wish it was double printed, like double-sided. But that's all the stuff. So now we just have to get this installed, get it put on, and I'll give you a closer look how to get these mounts put on here. I put these on last weekend. So we'll cut to that footage now and show you how that gets put on. Then we'll come back and I'll show you how to do the wiring and the rest of this. Alright guys, I debated showing this part, but I might as well. So the brackets I got, they come with these short little pieces, or which there's 2 of them, or there's a couple of longer ones, which are right here. And I actually went ahead, let me pull that out of here. So I actually went ahead and drilled out this hole on here because it wasn't big enough for the base of these whip lights. So now it'll fit in there. That way I can mount them. I'm going to mount them right here. As you can see, it fits around, it fits around the bar. And then the other half of it just fits like this, and then it bolts together, give you a nice snug fit. And they send you these rubber fittings for the inside, for depending on the diameter of your bumper or bar, a tube bar or roll cage or whatever you're putting them on. And then they have little notches in here, so when you slide it in, if you want it turned, you could either have it flat or have that hole turned or angled, however you want. So that's kind of nice. But I'm going to get these put on. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm using a thread locker that comes with this to put on all the screws and tighten everything down. So I'll get that put on, then we'll go back to the whip lights and get them done. Alright, so now you've hopefully seen how these were installed and put on. I had to drill the hole out a little bigger so that the antennas would fit in them. Our next step that I think I'm gonna do is actually gonna be to try and get this switch wired into the four-wheeler and a hole cut into here. So first I gotta figure out the size hole I need to cut into this thing. So let's take this panel off and get that mounted in there, and then we'll connect our little wire leads to where they gotta go on there. Then we'll figure out how we're gonna hook this up to the battery, and then we should be good. So I don't think it'll be too difficult. The hardest part is gonna be trying to cut out the nice hole on here to get this pushed in here. But I think we should be able to do that pretty easy. And to take that panel off, all we do, lift up the seat, pull that off. Then we lift up on here, just right here, lift up. Now pop out of there. This slides back, and then we just disconnect our 3 little wires right there, and then we make a new hole. Oh, cool! See, they even have the little cutout diagrams there. Make it that much more simple. Perfect. Alright, so all we did, guys, we disconnected the wires from the OEM switch here and popped that out. We popped that out from the cover, and seems how the new switch right here is actually the same size on the base part as what the old one was. This one. I'm actually just going to measure how big this is side to side, and then this way. I'm going to measure how big that is, and then I'm going to mark it out on this panel, and then we're going to use a Dremel tool or a Stanley knife and try and cut that little bugger out of there nicely, get it to fit in there nice and decent. Might be a little interesting, but that's my goal. Alright guys, so I got the new switch mount spot ready to drill out or Dremel out. And how I laid that out, I just took a piece of tape and I went from the top of the existing hole, which is right here. I lined the piece of tape up across the top, just made it come straight across here, rolled it over the top, which you can see there. Did the same for the bottom piece of the existing switch. So the bottom of that hole is right here. I laid a piece of tape across this way, just try and keep it level. May not be perfectly square, but we're pretty close. And then I just laid a piece of tape this way on the side for my boundary for where this corner kind of rolls in here. Because that's where I didn't want to start my edge too far over, so I had to start right here. And then I measured this hole from this side to this side, and I just went from here and got that same distance right to the edge of here. So now I'm just gonna either use a Stanley knife or Dremel and cut this out. So the next thing you'll see will be this piece cut out of here, and then we should be good. So here's the existing one right there. So now we should have 2 holes after I get done. I got kind of the 2 sides done. Now we're going to do the top. So I just want to be very careful here. Try and get the bottom part dremeled out carefully. And go right along that tape edge. Alright, there we got it in there, guys. Perfect. Just had to trim a little bit more. Fits in there snug. So my advice is trim slowly. Cut the hole a little smaller than what you actually need. And then just trim out where you need it so you get a nice tight fit like that, and everything should look good. So now we'll get this bugger wired up on the back side here and get it installed. Okay guys, I got the both switches back in there. I wired up the stock one again, and now we're gonna actually, now before I wire that up, I'm gonna mount both of these whip lights back on these back brackets right now. Just get them mounted up because that'll be easiest. So here's a look at these whip lights, which look really, really nice. My camera can't really zoom out far enough, but yeah, set it on the back of the four-wheeler. Nice quality. Got nice, good, heavy-duty springs. Nilight. These are their Spiral LED whip lights. You can see it's LEDs actually laid inside a spiral and then covered with like a clear casing. So let's get both of these bolted up onto here. So that'll look really nice. Alright guys, and one thing I forgot to mention about these, so I'm using these other brackets, which I bought off of Amazon. Nilight does make these brackets as well, but you can actually mount these so you can actually mount these whip lights on your stock Can-Am Outlanders in the back here. Just look by the back top of your rack. You actually got these holes right here, and this will fit right down in there from the factory. I think it actually screws down in there if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but there, just shove it down in there and that will fit in there. And then there's another one right here, so you could actually fit them both in there if you wanted. So let's put them in there and see what it looks like quick, just give you an idea. I kind of do like them closer together like that compared to what I'm having them, but seems I have one second. Oh, that one I forgot to take the nut off the bottom. Hold on. Alright, put the second one in. That one just slid down in there. Perfect. A little loose on that one, but so there they are, close, tight together, which for me is maybe a little too close together. Still looks good though. You can see where my brackets are right here. That's where I'm gonna have mine mounted, a little further apart than what it is now. But the reason I'm gonna mount mine further apart is because I've got this trunk that's got to go on the back, and if I mount them close together, those whip lights are going to be hitting right here and right there. So I got to mount mine right off to this side coming up right through here. So that way I can also still run my back ATV box on here. So yeah, should look pretty darn sweet though. Can't wait to get these finished up, so I'll quit talking and I'll get these bolted into here, which when you do, you got a washer that'll go on top. Then you got your lock washer and nut, which will go underneath. So, and I will put a little bit of Loctite on these. I believe I have some in the garage. There might be some in the kit here. Or no, there's none in the kit, but I do have some in the garage. So I will put a little Loctite on there and then get these bolted on quick. And so first what I'm going to do on my Outlander, this is a 2021 Can-Am Outlander XMR 850. I'm going to run these right underneath the racking here and just feed it through between the racking and the top of this panel here. And then I'm going to run it over and connect it right up into each light. So let me get this fed underneath the racking and I'll join you back in a second here. Alright, so I actually fed one wire each way, and then I had the wire come underneath this bar right here, and then up through this little gap right here, and then now we're just going to connect them together. So there is an arrow on each of these, and this arrow right here is basically telling you where you got to connect these things at. So there's one on here as well, right there. Move the cap. So you just put both of those arrows together. So you basically slide those two arrows together so they're snug, and then you just slide this up, tighten these down, and tighten that all the way, and you're done. Done deal, good to go. Super easy to connect these buggers up. And then if you ever need to disconnect them, like I say, you got that quick disconnect right here. Got your heavy duty spring base mount. So yeah, pretty darn nice lights. I gotta get this one connected. And then we go to the other end of this wire harness and we'll try and connect this up to our toggle switch, and then we will be done. Pretty easy. Alright guys, so now we're gonna wire up that switch, and there's two ways you can do it. You can either do it this way here on the left, which says with switch indicator light always stays on. So this one here, even if you have the lighted whip thing pressed off, the switch will be lighted up. Or I'm gonna go with this one, so that way when I turn the whips on, then the lighted switch is illuminated. So I just gotta follow the diagram, connect the this terminal to that terminal and run a wire to the ground. This terminal to that terminal, which would go to the light, and then just run one to the wire to the battery. So I'm going to get all that wired up and show you what it looks like when I am done. So then we'll get it turned on, check out the remote control, and see what these buggers look like. I can't wait. Hi guys, to just quick explain what I'm doing. So this bottom one here says to the light positive. So that cable that we had running to the whip lights back there, I just connected that to the positive. So here's the bottom right one. Connect that to the positive on the light. Now I'm working on this one here. It says to the battery. So that's this red one right here. So I just wired up, I had to bank up a wire for that one. So I'll just connect this to here and then run the this other end right to the positive on the battery. So that's what I'm working on now. And then this one here says to ground. So that'll be the next one we do, which is a black one going right there. Alright guys, I got that last wire connected to the battery. So now all we gotta do, and it's not too hard, not too complicated, but this is the negative lead for your whip lights here, this one here, and this is a negative coming off your toggle switch. So what we got to do is combine these together and get them to the negative on the battery. So all I did, I got a piece of black wire, 16 gauge or something like that, and what we're gonna do is put all three of these together. we're going to put all three of these, this one, and this one together. And we're going to do that by using one of these. You just feed all three of them in here and then just twist it to the right. And then that'll lock it on there. So I will try and get video of that with my GoPro so you can see. And then we'll just feed the other end, put a connector on it, tap right into the negative, and we should be good to go. All right, it might be a little hard to see here, guys, but I hope not too terrible. So we're gonna connect this wire, this black one, along with this wire, which is gonna go, this is just the one I cut, which is gonna go right to the negative on the battery and the negative on the rocker switch. So what I'm gonna do is take these two wires like this, put them over here with this one like this, so we got all three wires together. Then I'm gonna feed them all into this little cap, which I might need a bigger cap. We'll see. Feed all three of them buggers in there, and then you just turn it to the right. Just twist that bugger to the right. And it should, there we go. Should lock everything down nice and tight. There. Yep, she's locked in there. So now all we gotta do is put an end on this, connect it to the negative on the battery, and we should be done. On. Alright, got our end on here, got it all crimped on. So now, I'll just undo this quick. Put this on under here. Die humor. There, perfect. Whew, we have lights. Let there be light. That looks awesome. I should get the remote and hit a couple of colors right now, see if the battery's even in here. Here the remote is here. Get the remote pulled out of here. Pull that paper out, plastic out of there. Alright guys, where are we at? Now let's try and cycle, go to blue. Yep, they work. There's blue, orange, yellow. Yellow with the yellow four-wheeler. Guys, this is freaking awesome. I love this. Alright, let's try different modes. There's your spiral modes. Look at that.
I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live.
Is that cool or what?
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no.
That is awesome. I got tons of modes, guys. These lights are freaking cool. Okay guys, so now that we know they work, I am going to get this buttoned up and I'll try and get some B-roll footage for you guys tonight with the drone, with the my big cameras and stuff. I'm getting ate up by mosquitoes because it's Minnesota. But yeah, I'll get this covered, just put this back on here, tidy up some of the wiring, put my seat back on, and then I'll give you a quick look and then we'll roll the B-roll footage and hopefully show you guys a ton of colors, a ton of lights. And yeah, these Nilight lights look freaking awesome. Definitely nice. Check them out. I will have a link down below in the description, of course, like always. And yeah, these things seem like nice high quality. Got your flags on here, USA flags and stuff. Support the USA. Alright, now we got the lights installed, guys. Got the switch on the bike, but I got the light shut off with the remote, so watch it. Here's the on switch with the remote right here. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then you can cycle your colors. So we go green, go blue, orange, do white. And we can speed it up, of course. A different mode. it so you guys can try and see the lights a little better here. They are actually really bright and they look really nice. There's some cool patterns to this, I will say that. If you guys are thinking about LED whips, definitely check these things out. I hear their new version is supposed to have an app. I'm not sure when the new ones will be out, but they're supposed to have an app that you can actually control by your phone and then like select which colors you want doing random patterns. So that would be really sick to have. These here are still awesome though. So yeah, check these out. I'll have a link down in the description. But I will get some video footage of you guys, or for you guys, of me driving around. But I figured I'd just show you some of the cool modes you can do and stuff. People are asking, like, so if I set this to red, like let's just say that is red, by the way. I'm not sure how it shows up in the camera. It might show up a little orange or yellowish. There's yellow. It's just really bright yellow. But so if I leave it yellow, I can shut it off and then turn it on and it'll stay yellow. So now if I shut the actual bike off itself or the switch off, so let's say I shut this switch off, right? I'll leave the remote control right here on the seat. So we'll shut the switch off, and then we'll shut the bike off. We'll let it turn all the way off. Then I'll start it back up for you, and you can see that it stays on the pattern that it was at when it was last set, which is really neat. That way you don't have to cycle through everything again or hit your colors again. So let's see. Four-wheeler should shut off pretty quick here. Takes about 30 seconds, I believe. Yeah. All right. Now let's start this up again. Switch, and there you are. Stays yellow. So now let's try a spiral mode and see if it we'll see if it remembers the spiral pattern. Okay, there. We're on your rainbow colors for all you people that love rainbows. Now we'll set this on the seat. Don't touch it. Turn the lights off. Turn the machine off. I'll let that sit for 30 seconds and then we'll start it up and see if it's got the same color patterns. Just waiting. There we go. Alright. So now we start this bugger up. Turn the switch on. Same pattern, so it does remember the last colors that you were on, which is really cool. So awesome, guys, awesome. Now I'll go get some more footage to drive around for you.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down
silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. These are the Nilight whip lights. These are the 3-foot ones. Yeah, as you can see they look amazing, look awesome. Check the link down below in the description to buy them. And yeah, suckers are awesome. So if you're looking for whip lights for your side-by-sides, ATVs, pickup trucks, whatever, definitely check these guys out and stay tuned for more great content. We'll see you later.